The 2020 Class C Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament is brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association and presented to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone. And Wings Financial. We're for people like you.
Live from the grandstand at Riverside Park in Springfield, Minnesota. Here we are. A beautiful day, beautiful Saturday evening. And we are getting ready for another first or second round matchup between the Bemidji Blue Ox and the Maple Lake Lakers. Bemidji, the winners of Region 10, they will be the home team this evening. Maple Lake, the away team. And we will get to our matchup on the mound for the Bemidji Blue Ox. It'll be Ethan Upsall, a left-hander. And for Maple Lake, it'll be Nick Preisinger, the second start of this state tournament for Preisinger. He went 7 innings, allowed just 2 runs in Maple Lake's rout of Alexandria by a score of 15-2 right here on Sunday. So Maple Lake feels like home. Well, let's see what they can do today against the Blue Ox as Luke Foby steps in for the Lakers. Let's go over their lineup one more time. For Maple Lake, leading off will be Foby. Batting second, Ben Riley. Third is Hunter Malinchek. Batting fourth is Donnie Mavenkamp. Batting fifth is Ben Gels. Batting sixth, Ben Clapp. Logan O'Razum batting seventh. Batting eighth is Riley Decker. And rounding out the order will be Jordan Tanner, the third baseman. The count in the first at bat of today's ball game sits at 1-1. Upsall to Foby. Fouls one off, 1-2. The infield for Bemidji, backing up Upsall, the catcher Caleb Manicky. At first base today. And there's a line drive and a base hit. Foby's aboard. And there's the cowbell. We heard that cowbell last time Maple Lake played here on Sunday in their win. It worked. They bring it back again.
Riley.
But at first base is Basil Zilke for Bemidji. At second base, Connor McNallen. At third base, Brady Rutledge. And at shortstop, Mitch Hendricks. As Ben Riley steps in, shows bunt. And that was called a strike. So 0-1. Already the Maple Lake fans on top of the umpire. Upsall sets and delivers a breaking ball. Bunt is down. Gonna be a tough play. Nice bare hand. Did he beat it out? He did not. So Upsall bent down, fielded it with his bare hand, and flipped it to the first baseman, Zulke.
Number 25, the left fielder, Hunter Malachek.
And here's Hunter Malachek. And the 3 spot today for the Lakers, as he was on Sunday. Malachek went 1 for 2 with 2 walks and 3 runs scored against the Black Sox. Takes a strike, 0-1. And another breaking ball in there. Good start for Upsall. The outfield for the Blue Sox today, Otto Grimm in left. In center field is Cody Rutledge, and in right field, Turner Storm. The right side of the infield and the right fielder, all 3 of them dealing with the sun, as we've Reached 5:22 here on the Saturday evening. Here's the 1-2 to Malachek. Bouncer, right side of the infield. Charging in is the second baseman, and he makes the play, McNallen.
Batting fourth, number 9.
The 4-3 putout.
Donnie Mavenkamp.
And here's Donnie Mavenkamp, a cleanup hitter. He had a nice game against Alexandria as well. Went 2 for 4 with 2 RBI, 1 run scored. He digs in here. Working out of the windup now is Upsall. And Mavenkamp will fly out to left. So 1 hit. Phoebe is stranded. Maple Lake can't get him across after half inning. No score here at Riverside Park in Springfield, Minnesota.
Lakers in the top of the first. No runs. All kinds of great stuff down there. Apparel, mini bats. While you're in that neighborhood, you can stop by Jay Rickard Bats. He's got all kinds of customized stuff that he love to customize for you. Thank you.
Bottom of the first inning.
Stand. It's about
Maple Lake
time,
and
so,
Bemidji.
looks awfully quiet
will get
over
their
there.
first at bats of this
Burgers
state
are
tournament.
delicious, and they've got so much more
And they
as
will
well.
face the
Thank you to
standout right-hander
all
Nick
the volunteers here
Preisinger,
today. If you have questions
who was on a
anything,
roll on
please
Sunday.
find someone with a
Allowed
bright
just 2
yellow
runs
shirt,
in
and
7
they will be happy to
innings.
answer any questions that you might have.
Went down as a complete
Restrooms are
game
located
because
behind,
Maple Lake 10-run ruled
behind
Alexandria
the concession
15-2.
stand, and there's a biffy on the third base side as well.
Preisinger
Leading off the bottom
had
of the
4
first, for the Blue
strikeouts
Rocks, number
in
5,
those
the
7
shortstop,
innings.
Mitch Hendricks.
And here's Mitch Hendricks to lead things off for the Blue Ox. He's batting first. Connor McNallen batting second for the Blue Ox. Batting third is Cody Rutledge. Batting fourth is Otto Grimm. Fifth is Turner Storm. Batting sixth is Colin Rutledge. Batting seventh is Caleb Manicky. Batting eighth is Basil Zulke. Batting ninth is Brady Rutledge. There's a line drive up the middle and good start for the Blue Ox.
Batting second, number 4, the second baseman, Connor McNallen.
Connor McNallen, former Bemidji State Beaver, digs in from the left side. Preisinger tested early here, and a diving catch in left field. That will bring Hendricks back to first base. Hunter Malachek slides to his knees, comes up with that
Batting
one.
third, number 13, the center fielder, Cody Rutledge.
So a quick out for Preisinger. Lakers outfield, Malachek in left. In center field is Ben Gels, and in right field is Donnie Mavenkamp. Swinging again on the first pitch is Cody Rutledge. He'll get one. 6-3 put out. And there's 2 away. Hendricks moves to second.
Batting
Got a good
fourth,
jump
left fielder,
on that
number
ball.
3, Otto Grimm.
In steps Otto Grimm in the cleanup spot for Bemidji. Ben Clapp, the catcher for the Lakers. The battery mate of Preisinger. At first base is Logan O'Razum. At second base, Riley Decker. Third base, Jordan Tanner. And at shortstop, the leadoff hitter, Luke Foby. There's a hit into left field. Malachek has 2 putouts this inning. And just like Maple Lake, Bemidji gets 1 hit, but no runs after 1. We're scoreless here at Riverside Park. Ethan Upsall out there for the Blue Ox, draftee from Ada.
Leading on to top of the second, center fielder, number 30, Ben Gels.
See Ben Gels for the first time today. The center fielder, it'll be Gels, Clapp, and O'Razum for the Lakers. Takes the first pitch for a ball. So Bemidji was the number 2 seed in the region tournament out of the Northwest Border League. They beat Erskine 17-0 in 7 innings. And then they defeated Dilworth 7-2 and went on to beat Ada, so Ethan Upsall's team 7-5, and that clinched the state tournament berth. There's a ground ball up the middle, tough play throwing across his body with the second baseman, but Gels beats it out. That'll be an infield hit. Gotta say, impressive play though by the second baseman, Connor McNally.
Catcher,
going to his right,
40, Ben Clapp.
Fielding it right at second base and tossing it out. That play was closer than I would have guessed it would have been. So Ben Clapp here. Lakers get the leadoff man aboard for the second time in 2 innings. Saul's pitch is low for ball 1. One and one the count. So Bemidji, the Blue Ox, beat Dilworth twice in that region tournament. There's an opposite field hit through the right side of the infield for Ben Clapp. And you hear the cowbell going, and that's always good news for the Lakers. Back-to-back singles. And with nobody out, here comes O'Razum.
Brings up the first baseman, number 4, Logan O'Razum.
So as I was saying, Bemidji did beat Dilworth twice in the Region 10 tournament. And Dilworth is still alive at state. They defeated St. Clair 5-3. And Dilworth will play Bird Island tonight at 8 p.m. on the other Class C field in Milroy. Here's another opposite field hit. And this one is down. Ben Gels, he will hold up at third base. Some solid hitting for a lineup that produced 15 runs 6 days ago. They're off to a jolting start here on Saturday evening.
Now batting, second baseman, number 1, Riley Decker.
And Riley Decker in the 8th spot, the second baseman. A big opportunity to break this game open. Takes ball 1. Swinging, ground ball, shortstop. This could be 2. Got 1, and nice stretch. Second out. Wow, big stretch at first base over there by Zolke. And an even bigger 2 outs. But Maple Lake does score 1. Ben Gels crosses home plate. But what a massive double play for Bemidji. That could have gotten
15,
bad
Tanner.
quickly. Ben Clapp moves to third. Jordan Tanner in the 9th spot takes a ball. Top of the order, Luke Phobie. Maple Lake put out the exact same lineup today as they did Sunday. And why wouldn't you? After the Lakers put up 15 runs. It is worth noting the Black Sox did have 7 errors in that game. An ugly defensive display by Alexandria. The state tournament nerves might have got the best of the Black Sox early on. 3-1 pitch is in there. 2 outs now, 2 strikes and 2 balls. It's the delivery from Upsall. Ball 4. That missed. So 2 runners on now for Phobie.
Back to the top of the order, shortstop, number 2, Luke Phobie.
See if the Lakers try to steal Tanner here with 2 outs. Runners at the corners. He'll stay put. Phobie lets the first pitch go by. And 2-0. Phobie was a big part of the 2012 Maple Lake team that won the Class C championship. The Lakers have punched their ticket to the state tournament 9 of the past 10 years. And 5 straight seasons. Dating back to 2016. 2 outs, 2-1 count. Nice breaking ball. Upsall found the strike zone with that bender. And it's 2-2. Pitch. This one is going to land in right field and an RBI single for Phobie. He's 2 for 2 on the day. And Maple Lake will add another one. It's 2-0.
Brings up the designated hitter, number 12, Ben Riley.
Here's Ben Riley. Sets, and the pitch is in there. 1-1. Have yet to see Ben Riley pitch in this state tournament. As Preisinger has done such an outstanding job. But Riley can chuck that baseball as well. He's allowed just 2 runs in 17 and 2/3 innings. Maybe we'll see Riley later tonight on the mound, but for now he'll start the game as the designated hitter, hitting for Preisinger. 1-2, 2 outs. Top of the second. Upsall delivers, misses. Fastball. The 2-2. Hammered up the middle for a base hit. Around third is Tanner, and he will score. It's 3-0 Lakers. And they're picking off right where they left off
Number 25,
on Sunday afternoon.
Hunter Malachek.
Maple Lake with 5 hits this inning, 6 in the ballgame, and 3 runs to show for it. Here's Malachek, who bounced out to the second baseman McNallen in the first inning. Pickoff attempt at first. Riley gets back. Upsall sets, and the pitch, foul back. Two and 1 to Malachek. Bouncer to short, hard hit, and look at the lead runner at second. Smooth play. The flip from Hendricks to McNallen. Well, 5 hits for the Lakers in the second inning results in 3 runs and a 3-0 lead heading into the bottom of the second on PrepSpotlight.tv. Fans, be sure to visit townballmn.com and revisit the 2019 Emmy-nominated award series, Townball Uniquely Minnesota, an 8-part series that looks at the very essence of the Minnesota amateur baseball scene. Log on to townballmn.com to download your favorite episode or the entire series. Fans, the Minnesota Baseball Association is proud to present the 2020 state tournaments. Follow along on their website at mnbaseball.org or join the Twitter feed at MINNBaseball. It'll be Turner Storm, Colin Rutledge, and Caleb Manicky. The hitters due up for the Blue Ox. Storm lets one go by. And here's the second offering from Preisinger. Misses. 1-1 the count. Bouncer caught on one hop. The throw is in time. Charging in was Phobie. He scooped that one up easily. A vacuum out and short. One away.
Number 18, the designated hitter, Colin Rutledge.
The left-hander Rutledge. Hitting for the pitcher Upsall in the 6th spot of this Blue Ox order. Rutledge, a 2017 grad from Bemidji High School. One of the younger guys on the team. Bouncer to the right side of the infield. Should be playable, and it is. 4-3 put out. Decker to Erasm. And there's 2 quick outs.
Catcher, number 8, Caleb Manicky.
And here's Caleb Manicky. The 1-0. Misses high and inside. And a ground ball through the left side of the infield. Manicky is aboard with 2 outs. And the second hit of the day for the Bemidji Blue Ox.
First baseman, number 26, Basil Zalke.
Basil Zalke. Full bat now. Played at Bemidji State with the Beavers in 2017 and 2018. It's a first baseman. And this one is off the glove of the first baseman, foul. Razum went after it. He's got a tall frame over there at first base. Still just over his glove. And we'll do it over. 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Manicky the runner at first base, Zalke the hitter. This one fielded by Preisinger. Tosses it to first base, and that's the inning. So just like the first, the Blue Ox collect 1 hit, but nothing else. They leave 1 after 2. 3-0. The Lakers keep it rolling.
No runs on 1 hit.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. Connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
Top of the third. Coming up right now, Lakers from Maple Lake, the home of the shoe beer. One of the traditions with the Lakers. Off to a good start. It'll be Maven Camp, Gills, and Clapp up to bat for Maple Lake. Upsall's out there for his third inning of work as a draftee from Ada.
Leading off the third for Maple Lake, number 9, the right fielder, Donnie Mavenkamp.
Mavenkamp flew out to left field to end the first inning. As we mentioned before, one of the stars of that first game. Nice play by the third baseman. Another big stretch, and Mavenkamp able to hustle this one out. That's an infield hit. Can we just pause a moment and talk about Basil Zulke out there at first base? That's the second time we've seen him do the splits, legitimate splits over there, like he's Doug Mankiewicz in the early 2000s. I mean, just outstanding. The flexibility. I just can't wrap my mind around that. Lead runner on for Maple Lake. Strike in there for Gels. That's 3 innings out of the 3 innings we played that Maple Lake starts out an inning with a single. That one fouled off the end of the bat of Gels, so Mavenkamp will be forced to hold at first base. Yo 2. In there for strike 3. There's the first strikeout of the night for Ethan Upsall. And there's one away in the third.
Catcher, number 40, Ben Clapp.
Ben Clapp, the hitter, hitting .361 on the season. 7 RBI, 2 doubles, and 9 walks. Gets on base almost half the time. And that's in 36 at-bats. Some impressive numbers from the 6th spot of the Lakers order. Also plays great defense at catcher. Just all-around ball player. Maple Lake has here in Ben Clapp. 1-0 count. Runner goes. It's a hit and run. And a fly ball to right field will force Mavenkamp to hustle back. Storm puts it away. And there's 2 away here in the third inning.
First baseman, number 4, Logan Orazum.
Orazum, the snazzy stirrup socks. He's got some matching brown and gold New Balance shoes to go along with it. It's definitely black and gold. A 1 count. Grounded, fielded by the catcher, throwing the first tough play inside the line. A wonderfully placed throw by the catcher, Manicky. And Mavenkamp starts out the inning with a single, and he's stranded at first. 3-0. Blue Ox coming to bat.
starts from the tournament co-chairs.
As we continue the second weekend of the Class C tournament, let's take a look back at the highlights from week one of the Class C tournament.
Driven to the gap in left center field. This one lands. They throw to the plate. It's not in time. 4 and a walk. Runner going. Byer. And the pitch gets away. Byer coming home. There won't be a play. And Foley wins the game.
Sorensen delivers. It's hit hard to right. And that is going to be over his head. And delivers an RBI double. 0-2 pitch. Inside corner, strike 3. And that ends the game. He gets him on a called third strike. He had 2 called third strikes in the inning.
Ground ball up the middle. Great stop by the second baseman. Firing to first and got him. But guess what? The Prior Lake Mudcats have just taken the lead.
Pitch. Hit a long way. Deep, looking back, and it is gone. And Matt Ambrose has opened this game up with a 3-run home run.
Back to the top of the order, shortstop.
I hope you enjoyed those highlights.
Hendricks.
We have definitely enjoyed covering these games. And while you watched those highlights, a quick first out of the inning as Brady Rutledge popped out to the first baseman on the first pitch of the inning. So there's one away for the Blue Ox, and here's Mitch Hendricks. Hendricks singled to start things off for the Blue Ox, one of 2 hits through the first time through the order. This is one of 3 games going on right now on PrepSpotlight.tv. The other 2 being the Cold Spring Springers take on Elko, and the Prior Lake Mudcats taking on Kimball. The Mudcats won a wild one last Sunday, as Hendricks is 2 for 2. With 2 singles. So the Blue Ox have a base runner with 1 out here in the third.
Second baseman, number 4, Connor McNallen.
But the Prior Lake Mudcats were down 10-2 against New Ulm. In the 7th inning, they batted 16 hitters, scored 11 runs on just 3 hits. It was a lot of walks, I think 3 hit batters. And they rallied from an 8-run deficit, scored 11 runs, and won 13-10 over New Ulm. So we'll be keeping an eye on games around the bracket. We've got a few more tonight on PrepSpotlight.tv. McNallen watches 2 balls, and it's 2-0. The nightcap to this quadruple header in Springfield today is Watertown and Isanti, as there's the Blue Ox's 4th hit of the night, courtesy of Connor McNallen. Hendricks will stay at second base. And here comes the manager, Cody Rutledge.
Brings up the center fielder, number 13, Cody Rutledge.
Rutledge in his 2nd year as full-time manager. Here's the offering. Low for ball 1. Preisinger finds himself in a bit of a jam here. 1 out with 2 on. Rutledge in 2016 with the St. Cloud State Huskies. He batted .378 in 8 starts. Scored 14 runs, had 17 hits, 3 doubles, 2 homers, 28 RBI. So solid college career for Cody Rutledge. Graduate from Bemidji High School. And the 2-0 is inside to make it 3-0. And all of a sudden, Preisinger, who's been steady as ever throughout this state tournament, 1 pitch away from loading the bases. And that pitch is in there for a strike. Just a fastball, finds the zone. Otto Grimm up next. The 3-1 foul back. So Preisinger, the veteran, works himself back. The count is full. Big pitch coming here to Cody Rutledge, and he swings and misses. Preisinger sends him down. And the Jam is much more in control now with 2 outs.
Otto Grimm.
But still a dangerous hitter digs in. Otto Grimm, a recruit by the University of Minnesota. He was playing with the Gophers as a redshirt freshman this spring. Had a great start to the season. Started 8 games of the team's 13, first 13. He batted .400, .525, .533 was his slash line. So .525 on base percentage, .533 slugging. Here's the pitch. He watches a fastball go by. On 1 the count. Preisinger looks for the sign from his catcher Clapp. And in there again. Grimm wants confirmation on that call. Wonder in there that was. He's behind 0-2. A big spot here for the Sox. Ooh, outside, just missed. Preisinger delivers the 1-2. Corked to right center field. The bat flip by Grimm. That's going to bring in 1. That's going to bring in 2. Grimm's going to have a triple here. He's digging for third. He's got to hurry. And no throw. A 2-run triple for Otto Grimm. And it's a 3-2 ball game.
Two-run triple brings up number 2, the right fielder, Turner Storm.
How badly did Bemidji need that? It's a 1-run game. And they could tie it here. Otto Grimm just 90 feet away with 2 outs. And Turner Storm, the batter. Storm grounded out to shortstop. Back in the second, he's 0 for 1. This is Storm's first season with the Bemidji Blue Ox. He played first base for the Cobbers at Concordia Moorhead. This one will not be caught. And a base hit. We're tied. Off the glove of O'Razum,
The designated hitter,
who might be
number
battling,
18,
or definitely
Colin
is battling the
Rutledge.
sun out there. Colin Rutledge, the designated hitter, steps in now from the left side. Bemidji making the most out of this third inning. Looks like they did rule that a hit for Storm. If that changes, we'll let you know. First pitch to Rutledge is hammered to right field. This one will drop in as well. Storm wants third base, and he will get it because the ball rolled past the right fielder, Mavenkamp. And Storm's going to score from first base. Bemidji has their first lead of the ball game. Rutledge ends up at third. Officially will mark it a single with an error. And the Maple Lake Lakers are trailing 4-3. Preisinger will stay out there.
Catcher, number 8, Caleb Manicky.
This is the first time all tournament the Lakers have been trailing. So they jumped out in front of Alexandria 4-0 in the top of the first on Sunday. It's the first deficit that Preisinger has faced as he works out of the windup here with 2 outs to Caleb Manicky. And a quick 2-0 count. Hard ground ball to short. That one gets through as well. How about the 2-out hitting display by the Blue Ox? And a big clap at first base by Manicky. It is 5-3 Bemidji.
Basil Zulke.
First pitch swung on, hit right to the center fielder, backing up a few steps. Is Gels, and he's there for the out. So that fly out ends it, but not before the Blue Ox do some big time damage. They score 5 runs and take a 5-3 lead on 5 hits. The third inning. To the fourth we go here in Springfield.
6 hits, 1 error,
And before we step away, let's
we're heading to the fourth.
show some highlights from the tournaments,
Maple Lake 3.
Class A and Class B, over the past few weeks. Take a look.
They haven't been easy to come by. Here's a high fly into left field, way back and gone. Brown takes his lead at first, the 2-2. Lifted in the air, shortstop. Arnold backtracking, he's got it. And the Chanhassen Redbirds hold on.
Bain pauses. This one hit in the air. Shallow right field, coming on, it falls! It falls! And Elko wins it 7-6.
9-6 Millers here in the ninth. Pushing pitches, swung on, off the end of the bat towards second base. Hansen has it, tags the runner, goes to first, and the Millers are state champions. As Jeff Miller grounds into a double play.
talk to the kid. You know, you better mind your business, man. Watch your mouth. Watch him knock that loud mouth out. I'm tired of talking, man. You ain't listening. You know, you better go. You watch y'all listen.
And we're ready to start the fourth inning.
Leading off, top of the fourth.
This is the third game of the four-game schedule here on this Saturday. We got started with a pitcher's duel between Sartell and Gaylord. Sartell came away with a 1-0 victory. David Dominski, the starting pitcher, 17 strikeouts in 9 innings. Incredible pitcher's duel and pretty controversial. If you get the chance to rewatch that game, you should. As the top of the fourth gets started with Riley Decker lining out to the third baseman, Brady Rutledge.
Brings up the third
here's
baseman,
Jordan Tanner.
Number 15, Jordan Tanner.
Our second game of the afternoon wasn't quite as close. The St. Patrick Irish pounded the Rochester Roadrunners 10-1. And here we are in game 3. Bemidji and Maple Lake exchanging blows. Maple Lake with 3 runs in the second. Bemidji with 5 in the third. Count is 1-1 to Jordan Tanner. There's a bouncer to Rutledge at third. He'll take a stride and fire over to Zulke at first base. 5-3 putout. Rutledge having a busy fourth inning. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, number 2, the shortstop, Luke Phoebe.
Luke Phoebe, he's been a thorn in Bemidji's side so far. 2 at-bats, 2 singles, and 1 RBI for Phoebe. Faces Upsall, the left-hander, for the third time. And he gets Rutledge involved as well, with foul. So the winner of this game will face the winner of the Prior Lake Mudcats and Kimball game. That's going on right now in Milroy. As soon as we have a score update to that one, we will let you know. We'll get one pretty soon for you here. 0-2 the count to Phoebe. Inside for ball 1. The Prior Lake Kimball game is in the fourth inning as well and tied 1-1. So another closely contested game. State tournament. Phoebe's going to fly out to center. Moving over just a half step is Cody Rutledge, and the Lakers are retired in the fourth. To the bottom half of the frame we go.
3 up and 3 down for the Lakers in the top of the fourth.
We'll keep it right here on
bottom of the fourth.
PrepSpotlight.tv.
Bemidji leads by 2.
And fans, we just wanted to let you know to the 9, 1, and 2 hitters
Leading off
in the
bottom
Blue
of
Ox
fourth
order.
For Bemidji, number 11, third baseman, Brady Rutledge.
Nick Preisinger toes the rubber for the fourth inning. A work for him today, 11th overall in this tournament. Starts off the fourth with a strike. Ground ball to short. Fielded by Phoebe to first. Got him in time. And one away.
Shortstop, number 5, Mitch Hendricks.
Mitch Hendricks takes a ball. Lots of Maple Lake fans in the crowd tonight. I believe they could sell 250 tickets for this game in Springfield. The city of Bemidji, a long ways away from here. Mitch Hendricks. Another 6-3 putout. Luke Phoebe taking care of business in the infield.
Second baseman, number 4, Connor McNallen.
Bemidji, about a 4.5-hour drive from Springfield. Maple Lake, just about 2 hours away. So if you couldn't make it, we're happy that you could join us on PrepSpotlight.tv. And please continue to do so as the tournament progresses. We'll be back tomorrow for a full slate of games. We'll be back next week as the tournament concludes over Labor Day weekend. 1-1 count to McNallen. Off-speed pitch inside. Preisinger trying to work his first 1-2-3 inning of the ballgame. The Blue Ox able to scrap a single in both the first and second innings, and then pounced for 5 runs in the third. 5 hits, and 4 of those with 2 outs. You might get it. 4-3 put out. Decker to Razum. And the Blue Ox go in order in the 4th. We'll step aside here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Nothing across for the Blue Ox. Leading off the 5th for Maple Lake, number 12, the designated hitter, Ben Riley.
We've reached the top of the 5th. Ethan Upsall, the draftee from Ada, has retired 6 straight hitters. After Donnie Mavenkamp singled in to start the 3rd inning, Upsall turned things around, retired Gels, Clabb, Orazum, Decker, Tanner, and Phoebe. He works 2-1 to Ben Riley to start things in the 5th inning. And that's a foul ball. I believe that hit Riley's bat twice in the box. Or hit his shoulder, one or the other. And it's 2-2. Upsall gets Riley to send a high fly ball, shallow left field. Shortstop backs up. That's Hendricks and makes the play, 1 away. It's up to Hunter Malachek to get things going for the Lakers. He's 0 for 2 today. Couple of ground outs to the middle infield. And he swings at the 0-1 offering. 0-2. Upsall doesn't get him to chase. At the fastball outside. 1-2. Pitch fouled away. Here's the 1-2 to Malachek, fouls it off. Stay alive. And the 1-2 again. Upstairs to make it 2-2. Malachek starting the game in left field as he did on Sunday. Actually a standout pitcher for this Lakers team. He was great in 2018, but then he had to undergo Tommy John surgery. Had to miss last season on the mound, and now he's able to throw from the outfield, just not quite ready. And he strikes out looking for the second out of the 5th inning.
Right fielder, number 9, Donnie Mavenkamp.
Make it 8 straight for Upsall. What a turnaround he's had after a rough second inning. Wasn't sure if he'd see the mound for the 3rd inning, and here he is. 8 straight Lakers batters have gone down. Mavenkamp, the last hitter to reach base. Let's see if the Lakers can put together something with 2 outs. One and one the count. Mavenkamp has a couple of dingers to his name this season. One and two. He's batting .372. On base percentage of .386. He's got 2 doubles, 2 homers, and 2 stolen bases. Got power, got average, got speed. I believe that's what you would call a 5-tool player right there. If Mavenkamp can get on, it's up to Ben Gels. Upsall out of the windup, the 1-2. Poked to shallow left field. And for the second time this inning, Hendricks goes back and makes a grab. in the grass.
3 up and 3 down for Maple Lake in the 5th.
And the Lakers go down in order once
After
again.
4.5.
Heading into the bottom of the 5th,
Maple Lake
5-3
trails by
Bemidji.
2.
A good one going here in Springfield on beautiful Riverside Park. 5-3 as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning. Nick Preisinger out there again for the Maple Lake Lakers. Score update. A few miles away in Milroy, the Kimball Express and the Prior Lake Mudcats tied 1-1 in the 5th inning, and that game is important because the winner of this game will face the winner of Prior Lake and Kimball.
Center fielder, number 13, Cody Rutledge.
That is, of course, in the next round. Cody Rutledge in the 3 spot. Fouls the first pitch off. The winner of this game will play next Saturday at 3 p.m. in Milroy. Oh-2 pitch. Preisinger misses. Rutledge sends one high to left. And a can of corn for Malachek out there, one away. This game's had an interesting flow to it. Started out quickly,
Number 3,
quick first inning.
the left fielder, Otto Grimm.
Then the Lakers and Blue Ox exchanged blows in the 2nd and 3rd innings. Lakers scored 3 runs. Blue Ox scored 5 in the 3rd. Those 3 runs for the Lakers came in the 2nd. Foul back by Otto Grimm. But ever since then, it's been on cruise control for both pitchers, Preisinger and Upsall. There's Otto Grimm. He sends another ball to right center field with his drop. No, it will not. A great catch by the second baseman. Riley Decker goes out there and grabs it. Decker is probably 30 feet into the infield grass and made one of the most difficult catches you can make as a second baseman. That's not easy. Wow. There's 2 outs. Preisinger starts with a strike to Turner Storm. High fly and foul. This one will hit the skate park. On top of one of the ramps to the left, just outside the baseball field here in Springfield. 0-2 to Turner Storm. Ground ball right off Preisinger. This is going to be a tough play, and either player could commit to who is going to scoop that grounder up. So Turner Storm will reach. That's a single. It was off the shin of Preisinger, and he waves off his manager. He says he's just fine. He's ready to go, but that ball ricocheted off his shin and rolled right into the middle in between Preisinger and the first baseman, O'Razum.
Number 18, Colin Rutledge.
And there was some miscommunication on who was going to get the ball, who was going to cover first. I'm not sure if they would have gotten Storm anyways. So 2 down for Colin Rutledge. Swings at the first pitch, 2 bouncer to short between the legs of Phobie. A rare mistake by the shortstop, and to third goes Turner Storm. Early in that one, an E6. So runners on the corners, and again the Blue Ox are putting something together with 2 outs.
The catcher, number 8, Caleb Manicky.
They scored all 5 runs in the 3rd inning with 2 outs. All started with that Otto Grimm 2 RBI triple. And Turner Storm and Rutledge followed with singles. Here's Caleb Manicky. Probably heard the fans calling. That was a great block by Ben Clapp. Keeping Manicky at third base. Here's the pitch. Line to shortstop, tough play. They'll get the lead runner. So Phobie makes an error, but no damage done as the Blue Ox can't bring a run home in the 5th, and we head to the 6th. Bemidji up by 2.
So that we can all continue playing, watching, and enjoying baseball. We thank you for your help and support.
The hard-working crew here at Riverside Park. Breaking the infield mid-game, the 6th inning. Thank you to all of the workers here in Springfield, concession stand workers, people helping in the booth, announcers, and they gave us a great setup here in the grandstand, top row, with a great view of the beautiful field in Springfield. Definitely mentioned this every broadcast I've done here, but just such a massive outfield.
Leading off the 6th,
the stadium doubles.
Fielder, number 30, Ben Geltz.
The stadium doubles as the football field for the Springfield Tigers. So that explains kind of the odd dimensions, but it's kind of one of the more charming parts about some of these high school fields and town ball fields. Just the uniqueness to them, and 452 to center is definitely unique. Bunt attempts missed. 1-1 count to Ben Geltz. One's in there. Ben Gels, 19 years old. Lots of potential in this kid as he fouls one off. Ben Gels on the roster of the Dakota County Technical College Blue Knights. Swings at a 1-2 pitch and fouls it off. This year with Dakota County Technical College, Gels had 12 hits, and 3 of those doubles, 8 RBI. Ground ball, right side of the infield. Great play by the second baseman, and a one bouncer for the out. McNallen
brings up the catcher,
Zolke.
number 40, Ben Clapp.
That's seen a couple times now where the second baseman McNally hustles to his right and throws across his body. Both McNallen and Maple Lake second baseman Riley Decker putting on a defensive display out there. Here's Ben Clapp, 1 for 2 on the day, singled and scored in the second. The 1-1. Bender misses the strike zone, 2-1. Logan O'Razum will bat next. That fouls that pitch off. Parlick Mudcats and Kimball still tied at 1 in the 6th. This one might fall. And no, it will not! Are you serious? Mitch Hendricks. An over-the-shoulder diving catch in short left field. I mean, the defense played in this game tonight. Best I've seen in this tournament.
First baseman, number 4, Logan O'Razum.
Back-to-back impressive plays. Connor McNallen at second and Mitch Hendricks at short. I thought that for sure was falling in to center field, and I think Ben Clapp thought the same thing. Here's O'Razum, the lanky first baseman. Grounds to third base. Firing over to first. And another 3 up, 3 down inning for Ethan Upsall.
3 up and 3 down for the Lakers in the top of the 6th.
We'll stick it right here on PrepSpotlight.tv as we get ready for the bottom half of the 6th.
Hey, baseball fans, make sure it's a little past supper time here. Go over and visit the concession stand. They'll take care of hungry tummies. And also
fans, be sure to visit townballmn.com and revisit the 2019 Emmy Award nominated series Town Ball Uniquely Minnesota, an 8-part series that looks at the very essence of the Minnesota amateur baseball scene. Log on to townballmn.com to download your favorite episode or the entire series.
And
it's worth noting that that series, Town Ball Uniquely Minnesota, is now available on Amazon Prime. You can watch all 8 episodes and learn more about the history of town ball in this state by typing it in on Amazon Prime. So something to note for Bemidji that we haven't gotten to yet today. They only played 12 games, so this is game number 13 for the Blue Ox. It's in the state tournament. And the Blue Ox had a player who tested positive for the coronavirus, so they had to shut down their season for 2 weeks.
The bottom of the sixth, first baseman, number 26.
And they were robbed of a handful of games. You know, in 2 weeks you can probably fit in, I don't know, 6, 7 games. Not as many reps, but it's not showing with their bats. Basil Zuki, I should say, singles to start the bottom of the sixth. First hit of the day for Zulke.
Number 16, Hunter Olson.
And Hunter Olson will bat now for Bemidji. A spot of Brady Rutledge. He swings the first pitch he sees. High fly ball to the second baseman. And Decker puts it away. 1 out.
Number 5, the shortstop, Mitch Hendricks.
And we're back to the top of the order. Mitch Hendricks, his 4th plate appearance already. We're in the 6th inning. Hendricks is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Also came around to score in the 3rd inning. Here's the 0-1. Watches it go by. One and 1 the count with 1 out. Ground ball. This could be 2. You 1 at second. They will not get the lead runner. Hendricks is much too fast for that. Zulke is out as the base runner, and there's 2 away. Connor McNallen.
Second baseman. Number 4, Connor McNallen.
1 for 3 on the evening. There's the first pitch back. Ooh. That hit the back of a fan. It hit the netting, hit off the top of the grandstand, and hit off the back of a fan, but he just laughed and said, "I'm okay. Let's play some ball." 0-1 the count. Pitch inside. McNallen's got some flash to his game. He's got a sleeve on his right arm, wearing a big gold chain. You love to see it. 2 outs. Hendricks, I was going to say, he's taking a pretty big lead over there at first base. With 2 outs, why not try to send someone over? And he's going to go. There's going to be a play. Throw to second, not in time. Hendricks, great jump, steals a bag. Mitch Hendricks. One-two count. Preisinger steps back on the rubber. Pitch, ground ball. Big play here. And no problem for Riley Decker. So another inning goes by with no runs. We're still stuck at 5-3. Top of the 7th. Coming up next on PrepSpotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion, the excitement, the memories.
Down, a three at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
How big has this guy been? Ethan Upsall, the draftee from Ada, has come in and pitched a gem for Bemidji. He's going to start his 7th inning on the rubber.
Leading off the 7th for Maple Lake, number 17, Derek Rachel.
Derek Rachel is going to get an at-bat here as the Lakers try to shake up their lineup. Upsall has retired the last 12 hitters he faced. The last hit for the Lakers came back in the 3rd inning. We're now in the 7th. 1-1 pitch. So Derek Rachel takes the spot in the order that previously belonged to Riley Decker. And he might foul out here, giving chase as the first baseman, Zulke, and a TV dive. That'll look good in the highlight reel. 1 away here, make it 13 straight batters that Upsall has retired.
Third baseman, number 15, Jordan Tanner.
Jordan Tanner drew a walk in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1 with that walk. Also grounded out to 3rd base. Upsall starts off with a strike, 0-1. Bender misses. The 1-1 in there as well, fastball. This is a fun Bemidji Blue Ox team to watch. And you can tell they have a lot of chemistry. A bunch of those players played together at Bemidji High School. Back when Bemidji High School went to the state tournament in baseball. They got 2nd. A lot of these players played together on that team, and growing up, Bemidji, they only have 12 or 13 players on roster. As a walk, finally a base runner for the Lakers. Jordan Tanner draws his 2nd walk of the board, and this is a great time to strike if you're the Lakers. Top of the 7th and top of the order up with Phobie. 1 down. And we'll get a pinch runner. Jordan Tanner will step out.
First base,
and Nate Moss.
McCray Haney.
Check that. That's McCray Haney, number 10. The pinch runner for Tanner. Upsall works out of the stretch for the first time in a while. Lakers fans not happy with that call. 1-1 the count. The umps ran into some trouble in our first game of the afternoon. A controversial balk call in the 5th inning of the Gaylord-Sartell game. Moved a Sartell runner from first to second. And on the very next pitch, it was a base hit, and the runner from second scored. And that was the only run of the game. So what ended up happening was in the 9th, after a called strike, 2 players from the Gaylord Islanders were ejected. It's Brody Rodning and Ed Reichenbach. And Gaylord lost 1-0. Again, a lot happened in that game. It was a fun pitcher's duel. Recommend you guys check that game out or any other games on demand. PrepSpotlight.tv. You can watch this one back as well. 2-2 the count. Ground ball up the middle. Somehow gloved by Upsall. Tossed to second, maybe to first. Safe at first base. But a good play by Upsall getting Tanner. Well, actually, that was Hanny, the pinch runner, running for Tanner.
Designated hitter, number 12, Ben Riley.
Hard to double up Luke Phobie, though, and that good speed at the top of the order. Ben Riley bats now. Ben Riley DHing again. When healthy, he's the number 1 pitcher for the Lakers. His arm's a bit banged up. He's going to pitch for the UMD Bulldogs in college. Bender misses. It's 1-1. Top of the 7th. Lakers have their first base runner since the 3rd inning. And a foul ball to make it 1-2 to Ben Riley. The Lakers scored 15 runs on Sunday. Looked like they were going to steamroll their way to double-digit runs again today as they scored 3 in the 2nd. But since then have been quiet. There might be a base hit past the diving Mitch Hendricks and into center field. And here come Maple Lake. There's that cowbell again. That's when you know the crowd is into it again, when you hear that Maple Lake cowbell. Here's Hunter Malachek, the 3-hitter. Had a tough day at the plate. He's 0 for 3. Grounded out twice and struck out in the 5th. He could turn his day around with one swing of the bat. And he bounces to first base. It's a 2-hopper. He's going to hustle it out. Zolke's there and ends the threat. The Lakers put 2 men on base. Had something going there, but unable to score. Still trailed by 2. To the bottom of the 7th we go here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Come by. Here's a high fly into left field, way back and gone. Brown takes his lead at first, the 2-2. Lifted in the air, shortstop. Arnold backtracking, he's got it. And the Chanhassen Redbirds hold on.
Bain pauses. This one hit in the air. Shallow right field coming on, it falls! It falls! And Elko wins it 7-6.
9-6 Millers here in the 9th. Pushing pitches. Swung on. Off the end of the bat towards second base. Hansen has it. Tags the runner. Goes to first. And the Millers are state champions. As Jeff Miller grounds into a double play.
congratulations to the Minnetonka Millers on yet another state championship in Class A. That championship game was last Sunday night, and an exciting one at that. The Millers take down the Minneapolis Cobras. Second straight year those two teams have matched up in Class A. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and for the first time this state tournament, someone not named Nick Preisinger will toe the rubber for Maple Lake. This will be draftee Colton Petron.
Draftee from Loretto, number 23, Colton Petron. Leading off for the Blue
Colton
center
Petron
fielder,
from Loretto.
Number 13, Cody Rutledge.
The Larks are in Loretto. And Rutledge sends us high and deep to left field. This one is back, and hits the wall. Rutledge will round first and go to second with a leadoff double to start the bottom of the 7th. Cody Rutledge, I thought that one had a chance. It's 342 to that left field wall.
Number 3, Otto Grimm.
And that one hit the bottom of the fence in the air, so maybe 2 or 3 more feet away from a dinger. Here's Otto Grimm. Grimm lays down a bunt. And Grimm's going to beat this one out. The third baseman tried to tag the base runner Rutledge, who was off and running on the bunt, and a bump base hit by Grimm. Just a heads-up play by the Gopher. Jordan Tanner over at third base is playing a little deep. Grimm saw it, just laid one down perfectly. And now the Blue Ox are threatening in a big way. A strike in there. Off the hand of Petron. The final tally for Preisinger. He went 6 full innings for the Lakers, allowed 5 runs on 10 hits, and struck out 1 batter. Turner Storm now. Watch Otto Grimm at first base. He's going to stick at first. As Storm lets another pitch go by, 1-2. And a swing and a miss. A big strikeout. Turner Storm goes down. First strikeout of the evening for Petron.
The designated hitter, number 18, Colin Rutledge.
And in the 6th spot of the Blue Ox order, it's Colin Rutledge. Collins, 1 of 3 today, did reach on an error in the 5th inning. Singled in the 3rd and scored. Grimm now at second. 1 pitch, fouled. And it's 0-2. Petron sets the 0-2 delivery. Foul down the third base line. Oh, and almost hit the base runner, Cody Rutledge. And again, 0-2 to Rutledge. Petron's pitch is grounded to second. They're going to try to get the runner at home, and they will not. The hustle from Cody Rutledge. He took off from the crack of the bat. Rachel over at second base tried to fire home. Colin Rutledge
brings up the catcher.
is
Number
aboard.
8,
Otto
Caleb
Grimm
Maneke.
now stands at third base, and once again, runners at the corners for the Blue Ox. Caleb Maneke steps in now. Runner goes. Maneke swings and fouls. Here's the 0-1. Laying down a bunt with one out. And we'll watch Otto Grimm at third base. But with 2 strikes, Maneke likely going to be swinging away here. Petron sets, and the pitch got him. They struck him out, but they will not throw him out. A run comes in on the overthrow. That's Otto Grimm. He could moonwalk into home plate. And it's 7-3. And the inning ends as the base runner was caught out there. We'll fix the score bug when we return. 8th inning coming up next on PrepSpotlight.tv. So we've got some clarification on that call that ended the bottom half of the 7th. It was a strikeout and then an interference call at second base. They're going to get Colin Rutledge, the base runner, for getting in the way, so that run does not count, meaning the Blue Ox only put across 1 run in the 7th inning. It was Cody Rutledge scoring, so Otto Grimm scoring on that last run does not count. We are entering the 8th inning with a 6-3 score. Ethan Upsall.
The 8th for the Lakers, right fielder, number 9, Donnie Mavenkamp.
Back for an 8th inning of work. He'll face Donnie Mavenkamp for a 4th time. Mavenkamp is 1 for 3. That interference call, a big one if you're a Lakers fan. 3-run deficit feels a lot different than a 4-run deficit. Hard ground ball left side of the infield and a base hit. Mavenkamp has his 2nd hit of the ballgame.
He's up the center fielder, number 30, Ben Geltz.
And Ben Geltz into hit. He is 1 for 3 as well on the day. Upsall back in the stretch. Mavenkamp, no reason for him to go anywhere. This is ball 1. Lakers need as many base runners as they can get here in this 8th inning. Second pitch misses low. With Ben Toma's arm injury, who is a reliever for the Blue Ox and one of the better hitters, led the team in home runs. Blue Ox have such a short bench. There's a chopper up the middle, could be two. There's one, will not be two. So Mavenkamp out at second base for the first out of the inning. Gels able to hustle out a fielder's choice.
Brings up the catcher, number 40, Ben Clapp.
And Ben Clapp, the hitter. So I'm curious on who the Blue Ox would turn to here in these late innings. Or if they'll roll the dice and have Upsall try for the complete game. Long way to go here in the 8th, though, before we have to worry about that. 1-1 the count to Clapp. Missing outside, 1-1. Gels, the runner at first, has some good speed. So hit to the gap could score him from first base. 1-1 is in there. A breaking ball. Logan Erasm would bat next. Pitch smacked to left field and foul. Ben Clapp just a bit ahead of that one. One and two the count, one out in the top of the 8th. Pitch is in there and misses. Two and two the count. Pitch. Clapp probably swung at ball 3 there, but playing it safe with 2 strikes on him. Two pitch. Jammed him. Got him at second base. At first base. Safe. So 2 outs after Mavenkamp's leadoff single. Back-to-back ground balls to shortstop. And a pinch runner now in the ball game will take the place of Ben Clapp.
3, Brian Rademski. Now batting number 4, first baseman Logan Erasm.
Brian Rademski, wearing number 3 for the Lakers, will pinch run for Clapp at first base. And Erasm bats for the 4th time today. He hammers a ground ball to the second baseman, who tries to flip it to second. That was the wrong move. McNallen, who's been lights out in the field all game long, bobbled that ground ball, tried to flip it to second, and he might have had Erasm at first base, but instead, the Lakers fans are letting their beloved Maple Lake players hear it.
Now batting for Maple Lake, number 23, Matt Bergstrom.
Matt Bergstrom comes off the bench to hit in this big spot. Bergstrom hitting .438 in 5 games. He's got 7 hits and 16 at-bats this year. It's the umpire just to the right of your screen, taking notes from the Lakers lineup, trying to keep up just like I am. A rare mistake for the Blue Ox defense. Sets up an opportunity for the Lakers. First error of the game by the Blue Ox. There's Bergstrom. Saul's pitch is inside. Jordan Tanner would bat next. 2 outs. Top of the 8th. Saul delivers a strike. Nemski, the pinch runner at second. Razum at first. 1-1 the count with 2 outs. Bergstrom hits one. A one-hopper to short. Tries to get the lead runner again. This time they do. It was a close play. Logan Razum out by just half a foot. And the inning will end. We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. The Blue Ox still in front 6-3. From Loretto on the Maple Lake roster, the other being Keenan Hodgkin.
Bottom of the 8th, number 26, first baseman Basil Zulke.
Basil Zulke will lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th. He hits a ground ball to the right side of the infield. It'll be played by the second baseman Rachel, and over to first. Jordan Tanner over there at second base. Couple of defensive substitutions.
Third baseman, number 16, Hunter
by
Olsen.
the Lakers. Nate Moss now at third base. And Hunter Olsen, the batter now in the 9th spot. Takes a strike, 1-1. Mitch Hendricks will bat next for the Blue Ox. Fly ball, foul territory, and it will bounce on top of that dugout. Good hustle by Clapp. And the count moves to 1-2. You can see the shadows from the trees overtaking the infield. Petron. That went off the bat of Olsen. That'll be a play, and that'll be a base hit. Hunter Olsen didn't even know that was a fair ball at first. Took him a half second to get out of the box. And Petron tried to go after it and missed it. And no one was in the neighborhood to
Shortstop,
help him recover.
Number 5, Mitch Hendricks.
So here's Mitch Hendricks. Mitch Hendricks, I don't think we've noted yet today. He was the quarterback at Gustavus for the Gusties. Back in 2013, he threw for almost 2,000 yards and 9 touchdowns for the Gusties. He smokes one. But right at the center fielder, and a first pitch out, they're going to try to double up the base runner. What a throw. Ben Gell's out there. Heads up play, making sure Hunter Olsen's alive out there.
Second baseman, number 4, Connor McNallen.
And with 2 outs and 1 runner on, Connor McNallen will bat. Swings at the first pitch. Keep an eye on Olsen at first base. See him leading off there. With 2 outs and up by 3, why not send him to second? That one in the dirt. Olsen thought about it. 1-1 the count. 2 outs. McNallen. 1 for 4 in the ballgame. Let's another one go for a ball. 2-1. And the 2-1's in there for a strike. Well, we're into the 9th inning in Milroy, and Prior Lake and Kimball still tied at 1. Exciting games here in this second round. This one's going down to the wire. And make it a full count. A critical 2-out at bat. McNallen lets it go for strike 3. And the inning ends. So we head to the top of the 9th inning. Lakers down to their last at bat. And we'll keep it right here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Head to the 9th, last chance for the Lakers.
Really curious who's going to take the ball here for Bemidji.
Milroy, all tied up at 1 in the bottom of the 9th. Prior Lake and Kimball, the winner of that
for
game
Maple
will play
Lake,
the
you can
winner
see
of this
them warming up there in the dugout. It'll be the 9th
Fans
spot.
also, just
Then
one more
Phobie,
friendly
Riley,
reminder, at the
and
completion of
Malachek.
this game, we need you to exit to my left, out the gate on the third base side, as quickly as possible.
Jordan
so we can
Tanner
disinfect the ballpark
will
and
lead
get
it
ready
off.
for our next ball
So it'll be
game.
Tanner,
Thank you for your
Phobie,
assistance
Riley,
with that.
and
Also, thank you for picking up any
Malachek
trash
for the Maple
and
Lake
recycling,
Lakers.
putting those in the appropriate
And guess who's on the
receptacles.
mound? It is Ethan
Running
Upsall
grab
going
any
for the
merchandise
complete
or,
game.
Beverages or food that you
This
want
guy
to
has
quick
just stepped up
before you gotta ski
in a
that
big
out.
way for a Bemidji team with not a lot of depth. Not counting their draftees, which of course Upsall is one of those. But Bemidji had 2 reserves today. Zach Toma, who is injured, or excuse me, Ben Toma is injured. Zach Toma, his brother, is one of the reserves. And then the other reserve is Hunter Olsen, who we saw bat last inning. So Bemidji only has 1 player on their bench right now.
Leading off the 9th for the Lakers.
So what Ethan Upsall is
Second
doing
baseman, number 15, Jordan
cannot
Tanner.
He said enough. Huge for the Blue Ox. Here's Jordan Tanner. This is his 4th time seeing Upsall today. Tanner has walked twice, and he grounded out to third base. Tanner came around to score in the 2nd. One of 3 runs for the Lakers today. 0-2 pitch. Out inside. And the 1-2 again inside. Two. Grounded foul. Tanner hanging in there. Upsall had such an impressive stretch in this game, retiring 13 straight hitters from the 3rd inning until the 7th. And this man right here, Jordan Tanner, is the one who broke up that streak with a walk in the 7th. We are in the 9th inning. I'll update that scoreboard. Top of the 9th. Last chance for the Lakers. The 3-2. Again, foul. Jordan Tanner did draw 4 walks on the season coming in to this game. Again, grounds one foul. That could have been dangerous. Hunter Olson over at third base now for the Blue Ox. Other than that, their infield is the same. Hendricks at short, McNallen at second. And the 3-2 is a strike called. Tanner was halfway to first base, and that's a tough call if you're a Lakers fan.
Shortstop, number 2, Luke Phobie.
And Luke Phobie is the hitter now. It'll be Phobie, then Ben Riley, then Hunter Malachek for the Lakers. One away here. Maple Lake in their 5th straight state tournament appearance. Their 9th in the last 10 years. Trying to make a run to the state championship like they did in 2012, but they'll need some late magic here. And it all starts with this man, Luke Phobie. 2-1. In there for strike 2. Fastball. And the 2-2. Fouled. Phobie singled in his first 2 at-bats of the ballgame. It's 2 for 4. And he'll hang in there. An off-speed pitch by Upsall. Phobie just able to poke a bat at it and stay in the count. 2-2 the count, 1 out. Upsall to Phobie. And another foul. Lazy fly ball This one will barely reach the outfield grass, and Phobie is out. Hunter Olsen backs up a few steps and puts it away. So 2 outs.
Number
The Maple
12,
Lake Lakers
the designated hitter, Ben Riley.
are down to their last out. It's Blue Ox team. They made it to the Final Four in 2017. Last year, they got down to the last remaining 8 teams, the Elite 8. They lost, ended their season to Jordan last year, the eventual champions. There's a fly ball to center field, diving catch, what a way to end it! Cody Rutledge
Holy moly.
nabs it, and the Blue Ox are heading to the next round.
Congratulations to both teams for being here at the state tournament in week 2. Congratulations to Bemidji as they will move on to face the winner
6-3 is the
Prior
final.
Lake and
The
Kimball
Bemidji
next
Blue Ox
Saturday, September 5th
and their
at
roster
3 o'clock at Milroy.
of 9 guys
Last
has
I heard, that
defeated
game
the
was still
Maple
tied
Lake Lakers,
in the
and they
10th.
will move on to the next round.
Thank you, fans,
Bemidji
for quickly exiting
will play the winner
out the west gate. Grab your garbage, grab
of the
your
game between
recycling.
Prior Lake and Kimball.
We really
That game
appreciate
still
it.
tied
Once you get
1-1,
out of
so
the
go
gates,
click
you
over
can
and watch
mingle
the
and
finish,
chit-chat.
fans. That should be an
We
exciting
just
one
need you to vacate
to watch.
So that we can sanitize and get
So
this
Bemidji
next
moves on. They will
contest
play
going.
next Saturday
Our last
at
one of the
3
night
p.m. in Milroy. And we will have that game on
Where we have Watertown
PrepSpotlight.tv.
taking
Before we
on
sign out, we'll go over a
ICT.
few of the highlights from today's game.
We'll get that rolling as quickly as possible.
It was the
Thank you
Maple Lake
for
Lakers jumping on the gun first. They
vacating.
scored
Thank you for
3
coming out today.
runs
Drive safe.
in the
We'll
second
see you
inning. Ben
around.
Gels, Ben Clapp, and Jordan Tanner scored for the Lakers. Luke Phobie with an RBI single, and same with Ben Riley that inning. But that was all the scoring for the Lakers as Ethan Upsall buckled down and retired 13 straight batters from the 3rd to 7th innings. Meanwhile, Bemidji found their offense in the 3rd inning. They scored 5 runs in the 3rd, added another in the 7th. All 5 runs in that 3rd inning were scored with 2 outs. And it all started with Otto Grimm's 2-run triple. Otto Grimm had himself a nice game with 2 hits and 2 RBI. But the biggest story of the night was Ethan Upsall, the draftee from Ada. He went 9 innings, allowed just 3 runs on 9 hits. And an incredible performance by Upsall and the Blue Ox. Bemidji's moving on to the next round, and so are we. We've got one more game here tonight. First pitch expected around 8 p.m. Tune in for that one as well. For Alex on the camera, for myself, Tom Dierberger, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time on PrepSpotlight.tv.